Boiled Louisiana shrimp served cold in a unique remoulade dressing. Can't eat it. Snails basted and baked in a red wine and garlic sauce, crowned with a delicious mixture of cheeses and French breadcrumbs. I would not eat a snail if I was snailing to death. If I was snarking to death, I would not touch a snail. How could you eat a snail? I don't understand it. Fried oysters on toast. It's a big oyster town. I'm not eating them. I got a food poisoning from oysters out in the north of San Francisco 2 years ago. I'll never eat an oyster as long as I live. This is the way it is. I know they're basically good, and I used to eat them for years. I got one dose about 2 years ago. I'll never eat another oyster as long as I live. I'm not a pelican. I am not a seagull. I am a man. Fresh Louisiana oysters baked on a half shell with a bacon and tomato sauce. It sounds good. I'm not eating it. Oysters baked in the half shell with the original Rockefeller sauce, created in 1889. Maybe the sauce has been sitting in the back room since 1880. I'm reading from another restaurant now. Lump crab meat in a cream sauce. No, thank you. Gumbo Creole. Bisque potage alligator au sherry. It's a different restaurant. A well-seasoned sherry wine-laced alligator bisque. Sorry. There's something about it. I'm not eating it. So there's almost nothing I can have on either of them. Here, wait a minute. I got it. There's something I can have under the fish. Entrees, poisson. See, it's interesting how close the French word of poisson is to poison. They must have learned through experience that there was a relationship between fish and poisson. Filet de truite. I won't eat trout. It's farm raised. Filthy. It's a dirty animal. Pompano grillé. I will have pompano. I've had it in Florida 100 times. I love it. Pompano I've had many times in a Cuban restaurant. I love it. I'm not eating crabs. Then the desserts people pack in. No wonder they have diabetes and get heart attacks and cancer. Alaskan omelets, puddings of plums, merengue glacé. How do human beings put this in their body without expecting to get diabetic and go into a diabetic shock? I don't eat dessert. I gave it up when I was 11 years old, but most Americans, they eat it. I see older people, they eat the whole meal, then they stick the spoons in. They share with the spoon. The ham, like it's something special. The sugar illness in America. So I'm going for the game. I'll eat food. I'll eat a regular whatever food, something, and then I'll come home Monday and talk about it. And that's the thing. What would you do if you were me at the game? Everyone I say I'm going to the game to is very envious. They say, oh, you're lucky. I am lucky, I guess. But it's I don't want to put it down. It's just hard for me to tell you that I'm not that excited. Maybe it's me. I don't know what it is. I just don't really care that much. I'm going to go. I'm going more for the show and for the family than I am for me.